Hello and welcome to Crafty Christie's Creations how-to videos. I'm Christy, the crafter behind the hands. These how-to videos teach you how to make DIY projects using paper and vinyl materials that can be cut on your electronic cutting machine. I'll go over tips and hacks that will simplify the process and have you crafting with confidence. Grab some coffee, sit back, and learn how to create something new. Today I'm going to show you how to assemble this Hearts pop-up box SVG card. As you can see, I've already cut out all of the pieces that I need, and we're going to start paper piecing the base flaps for the inside of the card. What I like to do is start by placing down all of the paper pieces that will fit on there to make sure I have the right ones. And then I will be using some liquid adhesive to adhere those to the base. And now that I've got those figured out, I've got this little glue bottle here that actually came in my quilling kit that I have, and I really love this little bottle. It's got a nice fine tip and it leaves really small drops of glue. So I'm just going around the edges and making sure all those pieces have glue on them, and then on the inside of the big heart there, and then I'll be adhering that to the base. And then just the nice part about using liquid glue is that you can move that piece around a bit. You can see I didn't quite get it exactly in the right place, and I have enough time with the liquid glue to move it around to make it a perfect fit before it really gets stuck in place. And then I'm just going to continue on with the other pieces. So I am going to speed up this video and go ahead and paper piece all of the hearts. Now that the paper piecing is done, we're going to work on the card base. I'm going to fold all the score lines, and you can see here I've got thick paper, so my cut line didn't quite work, so I'm going to pull out the scissors and cut that line myself. And I'm going to fold the side pieces down, and then there is a large rectangle that does not have the score line. That is the back side of your box. That was intentional. And then I'm going to fold the sides, and then we're going to adhere down one little tab. And ideally I would start with the other tab because when you put it together, then as you put the pattern paper over, it'll cover that tab up. But I didn't think about that when I was putting this together, so we're just going to go with it. I'm working on the outside of the box now. You want all of the pattern paper to be going in the same direction. I have mine going up and down, and I am just going to adhere one piece down and then do another one and continue along. Make sure not to use too much liquid glue here. It will start to warp the paper. This might be a good place to use tape runner if you have it. And what I like to do is not only get those centered into each little tab area, but I also like to eyeball across so that all of my pattern paper look like they're level together. And then adhering this back panel. If you wanted, you could cut out an extra piece that's a little bit smaller and make it plain white so you could write on that back piece if you so desired. And then we're going to do the same thing on the inside. The only difference is On the small tabs, you want the paper upside down looking at you, so that way when the card opens, it will be right side up. Now I'm gonna leave that big rectangle of pattern paper till the end, since I started with the other flap, because I want to get that little side flap tucked in between the pattern paper and the base of the box. Now you'll have to excuse me, I had some technical difficulties with my recording and it cut me off and I didn't realize it. So I went ahead and cut everything out of just white paper to show you how to assemble everything. So I'm starting with flap number 3, and I'm adhering down the side that does not have the number on it. And I am putting that at the back side of the box. And then the front flap, I'm actually folding the tabs forward. So that way, it's just a preference. I like a little more space between the front of my box and my first flap. That is totally up to you how you want to do that. But you can see I'm just throwing that right into this crease of the box there to get that put in. And then tab number 2 is going to go in the middle of those two. And the biggest thing here is to make sure that the bottom edge of all of your pieces are lined up together. That way nothing shows up through the top. And then my little trick here for the other side, I'm going to glue down the little sides and by folding over the other side panel. And again, making sure that everything is level. And folding those edges really good. Now you can see that they're ready to go. And the last thing to do is glue down the front of the box. I like using the liquid glue for this because it's a little more forgiving. If you mess up, you can make things look a little better. And then this here is the envelope. Again, folding all the score lines. And then I'm going to put glue on these. Rub that in. You could use tape runner again here if you wanted. And then folding it down and pressing those in really well. Just kind of fluff up the envelope a little bit before you're ready to use. Here's the completed pretty one. You put it in there. To close it, I've just got a little piece of masking tape to show you how it works. But when you're done, either put a sticker or go ahead and throw a good piece of tape across that. But there you have it. That's how you assemble the Heart Pop-Up Box SVG greeting card. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, hit subscribe so you don't miss out on any more tutorials from Crafty Christy's Creations. Until next time, with love, Crafty Christy.